Now, I have added something. This is about the David Lynch guy. He's passed away. It's called Frank. Oh, sorry. It's called Lynch and Oz. All right. Now, I have a new method now that I'm doing, which is going to help me extremely in getting these things up in an organized and fast manner. What I have come to know over the last 5 years is organization, okay? And organization equals speed. And these used to take me weeks to get done. I can get everything done within about 2 hours now. So what I used to do within a week, or maybe 3 or 4 days, I can do in just a couple hours. Now, the first thing I've done is I've gone through iMovie, okay? And every time I finish up a story, this is my movie 6, the first thing I do when it's printed, it'll show up here and it's good to go. It'll be like in one of these. The first thing I do is I get rid of everything. I use this literally as a chalkboard. And then this is movie 6 that I'm working on. I have 6 that are about to go up. I get rid of everything, okay? I keep this clear as much as possible. You can have 20 projects going on at the same time. It's fine. There's no way to do this, but I keep it all clear. And then later, after I'm done with everything, and I mean everything, I go up here to media and I erase all of this. All of these will be erased. They're called events. I'll show you for an example. I double click and it says delete event, right? And I go through every single one of these and delete. Everything stored on some form of cloud, YouTube, or some kind of platform, okay? YouTube is one I choose for now because it goes up there and there's no questions asked in most cases. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 projects that are all now a file and ready to go. Now let's look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. They're all roughly anywhere between 20 minutes to an hour, or a little more than an hour. So that's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 hours worth in one day, and that's average. And I can do that on this device, which is an iPhone 11, and I only need about 20 gigs on the phone to do it. Maybe less, maybe 15 gigs. Maybe I could squeeze it in 10 gigs, but I'd have to delete a lot of apps. Now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6, okay? So this is like average right now. I've done more or less throughout my 5-year period, being sometimes just a 20-minute video and sometimes being 10 of these, okay? So it's changed depending on how I feel. Now, my major problem in the upload process is organization. I want to stick to what Apple does. What Apple will do on the iMovie is they will number every one of your projects if you allow them to. You can erase their numbering. I suggest keep it. They always go My Movie 1, My Movie 2, My Movie 3, and so on, all the way up to like My Movie 100 or My Movie 1000, however far you want to go with it. And depending on your supercomputer that you may have. This is just a MacBook Pro, but it's a new one and it's a beast. Okay, this is a bad A computer. Now, the reason I'm showing this is because you want to be organized and ready to go when you launch your YouTube, or you'll be fiddling and trying to find it. And this is what I found. I use a number system. This would correlate, which is number 1 right here. That would correlate with this. Now let's see if it does. First, that says number 1, right? So I'm going to click on that. Now watch. First, look at the number. Missed it? Try again. Okay. Look at the number. It says 2157. This number can change. Okay? This is a number that I use to get into the iMovie from my phone. I do everything from my phone. Okay? This number up here will change, and there's a reason why. Because when everything goes into iMovie from an airdrop, and the airdrop will go from the, this will probably go up as a raw footage upload. The airdrop will go from my phone, Apple iMovie, It'll airdrop, and I have to command it to do so, but it'll go from my iMovie phone in the middle of editing, all dissolves, which I hate, and it'll land into this device. Even if I have like no memory on my phone or no storage, it'll still sometimes do it. Now, a lot of times I have to delete many apps to get it to do it, but it'll airdrop right into this, and I can fiddle with it, right? And I can change it up, and what I usually do is I make everything cuts. I just cut everything. I don't even do a 0.2 dissolve. I just cut everything, and it takes a little bit of time. And my theory on why iMovie does it is because Apple wants you to spend time changing the dissolve to cut, and that's my theory. Because I do not understand why Apple iMovie wouldn't just lay it all cuts. They lay it all dissolve. And I think it's because it takes time to address the issue of dissolve and cut. That's just a theory. I may be paranoid, but that's what I would talk to them about. Guys, can you just make it cut rather than dissolve? And they're going to say, no, I'm a hippie and I like things to dissolve. And I say, that's fine. We're in a dystopian punk rock age. We like to cut. And then they'll argue, well, what about Breck Roll and Escaping the Mouse? And then I'll argue, I understand. And then they'll argue about, what about David Lynch's slow dissolves? And I'll say, okay, fine. And then they'll say, well, what about Stanley Kubrick? He liked to dissolve. And I say, fine, can you lay it out and cut it anyway? And they'll say no. And I'll say, fine. Then I'll deal with the time it takes to make it all cut, which can be like 3 or 4 minutes, okay? It doesn't take that long time as long as you know how to use a thing I call the clutch. And we'll talk about the clutch later. That's wherever you make everything small and you can just and hit everything. Okay, so this is a chalkboard that I use, and I erase it every night or when I'm done. And the next step is, of course, approaching the YouTube, which is a beast in itself. Now, let's go ahead and do that right now. So we're going to open with Safari, and we're going to put in Y-O-U, okay, then T-U-B-E, right there, YouTube. A lot of people know about it. It's pretty popular. Now, we open it, good to go, and we're going to go to Create. Now, I'm trying to show you how easy, and you could probably make a award-winning feature film within probably 24 hours, okay? No doubt about it. The script, you'd have to get actors or probably soap opera actors or actors that can memorize, but you could probably get it done in 1 to 2 days and win an Oscar. You probably could now. Let's go to Create. So we hit Create. Now, when we hit Create, we go to Upload Video, and it is going to upload to this beast right here. I am going to easily select the file that's here. Which one am I going to choose, guys? Am I going to choose 1 or 6? I'm going to choose number 1. That's the one that follows the linear aspect of what I'm doing. I'm doing what's called a daily vlog. And my daily vlog right now is in 6 parts, and all of the endings are color-coded the same. So if you watch my vlog for over the past 5 years, you'll know that it developed into this color code ending over the last maybe year, where the cat, and you can hear the typing and all that stuff. That is part of this series that I'm in right now. Now, I want you to look at my movie 1. Watch this. I can actually see what I wrote. I talked about the Criterion Pigs, Sam's Hot Dog, and Water Stop. It's not exactly right, but I can artistically, poetically say that that's what I wanted the title to be. This title actually fits more with movie 2. But we'll talk about that later. I'm just kind of lazy, and I don't want to give it another name. It really does have the Criterion Picks in it, but the Sam's Dog and Water Stop didn't make it because I could not do a big airdrop right here. I had to do a small airdrop. So this is only 20 minutes. I had to do the larger airdrops. As you can see, they increase. 21, then 40, 47, 46, and then the longer one, because less memory was on my phone as I airdropped it. I erased as I went. Okay, so let's go ahead and solidify this. We double tap, and we are going to post. Boom. Now, is it Spivey's movie? Sure, why not? But that's not the title that I'm choosing. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. Boom. And is it Cole Spivey's movie? Yes, it is Cole Spivey's movie. But it's not the title that I'm going to choose. Okay? So what is the title that I'm going to choose? And that's why I was talking about notes. Let's go back to notes. Now, which one am I going to choose? Well, logically, you'd probably think it was number 1. And you're right, it is number 1, because this is the first part of the linear step. Now, I can make it all go from 1 all the way down to 6 if I want to, or I could just go from the bottom up. It's how Notes is. You can make it easily by changing one thing. For right now, we're just going to go from the bottom up. So we're going to click on it. Does it match on time? It matches pretty close. It's probably about perfect. Now, when we highlight, we're only highlighting the title. This is something you're going to struggle with in YouTube because you only can title something using so many letters or spaces, as they say. Which part of this am I not going to use? I'm not going to use the time. Why? Because that's boring. Numbers are boring. So let's go ahead and hit Command and C. Now, let's go back to where we were, which is called YouTube. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit Command and V, and look, good to go almost. Let's get rid of the time. Why? Because numbers are boring. Now, we go over this way. We Command and V again. Almost good to go. I'm a nut, so I like to put almost like a small novella for my descriptions. Don't ask me why. It's not an actual novella. It's just like a credit roll or something like that. I call it a credit roll. You call it broccoli. Call it whatever you'd like. Now, go down this way, and boom. If you want to put a little broccoli there, that's fine. I do what's called an actor's life. Okay. And it says, please subscribe show. It has all my initialing. I go here to boom. It has how you can pay me through PayPal if you'd like to. You don't have to, but if this helps you, give me a couple dollars. I'd appreciate it. Go out and get some coffee and think of you. I'll also probably mention you in the show. Now, we're going to hit Command. We are going to hit A. Boom. Everything's highlighted. I am going to hit Command, and I'm going to hit C. Good to go almost. Now, let's go back to the good old YouTube. Right here, we're going to go to Command and V, and we're almost ready. Look for red, no red. Good to go. Do I care about location? Yeah, but do I care right now? No. So I'm going to hit next, and published. Everything's going to go like this, and we're good to go. We wait, it uploads. While we were doing that, it was already uploading. I've got a few minutes left, and then you can see my feature. This is actually not a feature. This is a short, but we'll get to a feature in a minute because I'm going to upload all 6 of these on Sunday, May 4th, 2025, between 3:17 and probably around maybe 4 o'clock or so. And then we'll hit the road and do it all again. All right? Love you guys. Thank you. Add to my PayPal if you'd like to. If you'd like to just subscribe or watch it, go ahead. And this is how I do the Please Subscribe show. Now back to watching about David Lynch. It's called Lynch Oz. It's pretty good. It's on the Criterion Collection.